Binghatti is a budget brand creating a super luxury, super tall tower in collaboration with a watch brand. Hello and welcome to your weekly news dump. My name is Artem, CEO of Akord Properties, and this is your weekly news of everything interesting in Dubai in real estate, finance, just general life stuff, whatever I found interesting this week. Please like our videos, subscribe to us, and press the bell icon. That really helps us. So let's get into the news. So what's been happening in Akord Properties Live? We have new directors starting Monday. Honestly, we got some amount of people watching the videos now, and please let me know if you want to see anything cool to do with sales director. The guy is way more experienced than me. He will be much better at talking technical stuff, talking shop. Maybe you want to see us do a weekly podcast where we discuss what's been going on specifically with real estate market. Maybe you got ideas for us to discuss, or maybe talk about specific topics together in a very much podcast form where we just sit down and talk at length. We will probably live stream those as well because it's a podcast setup. We have to do it live anyway, so why not stream it and let people add to the conversation by their questions. And talking about the streams, guys, I've been streaming now 3 weeks in a row every week. I'm doing it at a great timing for European Union and UK time. And I'm still not getting comments. I'm still not getting you guys engaging, right? Please come onto our live streams. It's a way for you to get a free consultation from me directly on a live stream. At the end of every live stream, I'm letting you ask pretty much any questions you want. And I will be honestly talking to you with no intention of selling you specifically, just, show others if, that's the amount we cannot work with, or maybe that's something we can work with, and I'll pull up our database. I'll pull up some new projects or listings we can find live, and we will talk through, okay, no, actually, you know what, 300 grand is more than enough, and that's what he can do with it. Or maybe I'm going to say, you know what, it's not something you can make a lot of money with, shouldn't do it, right? What I'm saying is, guys, I need you interacting. I'm not sure why people are not willing to do that, because it's much better than, calling in and then having them pester you every week with, do you want to buy something? Do you want to buy something? Here you can just kind of ask a question in the chat. I'll answer.
Get a free consultation without having to move off your damn ass. Simply watch one of Artem's live streams. Write some words into the comment section and sit back and watch as he responds in real time to whatever it is that you have written. How does that sound? Okay, thanks for watching. See you around, yeah?
Anyway, that's about it. Let's get into the news. So, here's the one, which is kind of ridiculous, but here's some good points I want to make, right? Dubai is set to get tallest residential clock tower in the world. So the developer is called London Gate. The London Gate is on a smaller side of developers in Dubai. They don't build all that much, and they mostly built in kind of budget category lately. But nothing outstandingly bad about them, nothing outstandingly great I could recount either. Right now, what they did is they partnered with Frank Miller to build the world's tallest in Dubai, but very niche world tallest. Because I'm not sure, but I do not believe the competition in residential clock towers is all that particularly fierce for the height, right? Still, it's going to be a tall building. I assume 60-ish floors, maybe 50. So it's going to be 450 meters. The outstanding thing about it is how The first one is how similar it is to other project we talked about, the Burj Binghatti, the one they do with Jacob & Co. So Burj Binghatti is supposed to be the world's tallest residential tower in Dubai, built by Binghatti in collaboration with Jacob & Co., which is also kind of niche. Very weird to me. Not sure how brand power or Frank Miller going to help to sell it. Neither I'm very sure how Jacob & Co. star power going to help it. Although Jacob & Co. is a social media powerhouse, I should admit their social media presence is great. And I'm not going to lie, I would love one of those stupid fish bowls on my wrist. I like shiny things. Yeah. Anyway, so that's weird. And here with those guys, I'm a bit more optimistic. With Burj Binghatti, I don't recommend it at all as an investment. Very simply because I have not seen Binghatti build anything luxury or huge before. What they build is mainly very budget, kind of lower end of the market apartments, right? And apartment blocks. Essentially what they build is glorified commie blocks, really. I'm not sure how they're supposed to make these leap light years ahead with this building. And I wouldn't be able to say in all honesty if I believe it will be finished by them, right? Or if it's finished, okay, let's say it is, and they have good guarantees, then will it be up to the standard you would expect of luxury development, an iconic building they are set to build? They have no experience in luxury real estate, so we'll see. We'll see. They're entering this market, but same with London Gate, right? It's not necessarily as complex, though. And look at the image, right? Look at the building. The building itself is really weird. And I mean it in the best way possible, because honestly, if you look at earlier buildings in Dubai, they all are a little unhinged, right? When they started building skyscrapers, they didn't have a good idea of what's trending, what's good design, what's good architecture, and they would build whatever, right? Absolutely whatever, absolutely go with whatever they wanted. And yeah, it created a lot of garish buildings. Like, can we pull up the AliExpress Big Ben on here, right? Yeah, if you want to get a Wish.com Big Ben, here's the picture, right? And yeah, but some buildings are really weird, but they got their own face to it, and they are really unusual, and it's cool in itself, right? I really like this thing in a sense of, yeah, it's a bad design theoretically, but it gives it kind of soul, it gives it this kind of quirkiness which you don't see anywhere else, really. And I kind of like it. It kind of makes me smile when I pass by those kind of areas. And right now what they build is all kind of the same as the rest of the world, where this one is just, yeah, it's just proud to be weird, and I respect that. So yeah, big props to London Gate for going for unconventional design. On to the next news. This is the usual weekly transaction. So $3 billion. Once again, depends on so many things, not an indicator. But big number, good, right? Big number, good. Simple as that. I don't mind it. I think it's decent indicator to see that market is healthy and chugging along in general. But what's interesting is the solid $500 million here is $566 million worth of mortgage. Somebody took out a mortgage for $566 million, right? It only can go two ways. Either it's a person who is really good investor and they realize they can invest this kind of money somewhere else and make better profit than a bank will request them in mortgage payments, right? And cover the mortgage and make extra on top of it, get profit on the difference. Possibly it's that. The other way it could go Guys should have made a good last 3 months of really good income, right? Like hit it big for 3 months and just went crazy. Just went and bought it thinking it's gonna go on forever. And most likely it won't. And we'll see what happens. I really want to follow up sometime on that mortgage and see if it gets defaulted on or paid out, right? Really interesting, but on a more serious point, it's a really good indicator that local banks are getting much better. I'm not going to say that local banks are great, but neither are British. I've been banking with HSBC UK for most of my life. HSBC is a disgusting bank with terrible service, but I've been always too lazy to change the branch, and that's what they feed on, right? And to change the bank I bank with, because it's a lot of hassle, especially in the UK. But in Dubai, I mean, they're progressing, they're getting better. I'm currently looking to open an NBD account. They say this one is the best. That's my personal recommendation through experience of a lot of people I know, and I'm about to back up this recommendation with moving a lot of my money there as well. But yeah, great indicator. Once again, not the first number, the second number is important. Second number is great. Might also be a funny story in the future, but we'll see. We'll see. And we're back on Binghatti. Look, I'm talking here about Binghatti, saying, oh, that and that, but honestly, Binghatti does great budget accommodation, and people who bought it are happy end users or happy investors. Binghatti delivers relatively on time. Their on-time deliveries are within the market. It's not that Binghatti is particularly bad or outstandingly dodgy, right? They're absolutely reputable developer, but they never done luxury, and now we get the free launches within last year, right? Of them announcing Binghatti and Jacob & Co., the Burj Binghatti, they announcing the Bugatti residences, and now this week they announced Mercedes-Benz residences. I would like to pay attention to the image again, right? And the image here is extremely misguiding because the way it's rendered, it stands where other building currently exists. So either they're building it on top of the roof or the view will be completely different. And there's no empty plot where they show it. It's either on the road or on top of other buildings, right? Not sure how Binghatti secured this kind of brand deal with Mercedes. I would think Mercedes, if they do something branded, they would go for some of the bigger and more experienced with luxury developers. The design concept kind of cool. Not sure what it has. Does it have anything to do with what it's really gonna look like in the end? But design looks cool, and it's gonna be one of the tallest buildings in the area, 65 stories. Great. They will formally launch it next month, in January 24. Honestly, if they pull it off and they build those buildings, props on them. They'll have my standing applause, but I will not bet my money on it. I'm happy them betting their own money, okay? And I suggest you do the same. On to the next news. The next article by Khaleej Times. Dubai mid-market properties see strongest demand and gains. Yeah, exactly. Because in Dubai, there's very little mid-market. There's luxury and there's budget. And mid-market, with middle class in Dubai growing at the fastest rate right now. Yeah, we have a lot of high net worth individuals coming in, but you won't believe how the middle class is growing here. It's incredible. And of course, the demand is growing, and the supply didn't yet realize that. So when you can find and secure mid-market properties right now, it's one of the best investments. And that's what we're focusing on a lot with our clients. What they're talking about also is a commercial estate market. And some commercial real estate actually beaten the residential quite a lot, because average growth is 3.2% a year. They quote that including the worst areas, the best areas, but honestly, when you invest consciously, we can put it at 6 to 8%. But warehousing at the average went 10%. And that is a good point for me to make, that if you're a real estate broker in commercial properties and you're looking for an agency to work with, you have your book of clients, you know what you're doing, we offer great opportunity for you to be a self-starter, to be mostly your own boss, and to work with us and get a very, very beneficial terms of doing business with us. So reach out, tell us about yourself. We would love to talk with commercial real estate brokers in Dubai. That's on a side note, but really, at the end of the day, commercial is very unusual and tough game, so we don't do that all that much with our clients, simply because it's higher risk, but return is higher as well. With commercial, mid-market should be the focus nowadays, mid and upper market. Although lower market properties currently catching up as well, and honestly, the market position is a great indicator, but it should be worked in collaboration with the prospects of an area, reputation of developer, plans of city development, all of that to make good suggestions. So honestly, I don't want to exclude anyone. Whatever money you got to play with, most likely in Dubai you have things to invest in and to make good win on that. On to the next news. And the final is Christmas and New Year's are almost upon us. So let's talk New Year's fireworks. A big attraction of Dubai. Honestly, visit Dubai, come talk to us. Great place to be. And we talked about it before, but let's talk now when we have all the details. Where you want to watch the fireworks in Dubai for New Year's Eve, right? So number one is always Burj Khalifa. This year is going to be bigger than ever. As I mentioned before, I'm going to repeat myself, it's an arms race. It's a proper arms race, explosive is included, but no loss of life. So, yeah, it's a good one. It's a nicer one, okay? And 325 firing positions, so it's all firing off Burj Khalifa. Great thing to see. If you come into downtown to watch Burj Khalifa fireworks, either you have an apartment there, which I'm lucky to have access to, right? And to celebrate with my family who keep their apartment with Burj Khalifa views in downtown, or you're coming in and you are in a huge crowd and you're not going to get out of downtown for most of the night. So be prepared. If you go in downtown and celebrating, you're stuck there. Make sure it's an all-nighter. Once again, Atlantis, the Palm, always huge fireworks, always great fireworks. Wouldn't expect anything less. Those are the top two for Dubai. With Abu Dhabi, Emirates Palace by Mandarin Oriental is a solid choice. Haven't seen their fireworks, haven't been for New Year's to Abu Dhabi because I live in Dubai. Why would I go to Abu Dhabi? But yeah, if you're in Abu Dhabi, it's definitely going to be a great fireworks showcase. And Sheikh Zayed Festival. This is more publicly accessible. This is where the crowd's going to draw. Once again, expect issues with getting out of there and getting in there. Plan ahead, right? And Al Marja Island, for me, less familiar with this locality, but the pictures from last year's make it look like they're very stylish. They might not be the biggest, but they're well composed, and that's very important as well. For example, I've been for a fireworks festival in Cannes this year, and not all fireworks there are huge, but they're all incredibly composed, sync to music. Great to see this stuff. So, once again, it depends what you like, but those are your options this year in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Come visit us for New Year's. If you're ever in Dubai locally, give us a ring, drop us a message. me or one of our brokers will be happy to meet up with you in our office, or maybe even in just get out to where you are and talk to you, right, in person. We're always happy to give you a tour of the properties. We kind of don't skimp on service, really. That's all news for today. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Not many people do. You making it that far really helps us with algorithm, and I do appreciate it. Please like the video if you liked it, subscribe and press a bell icon if you want to see more, and see you next week.